Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today I'm showing you another product that we really like from PowerFlex. We are Green Pastures Farm, Jan and I, we are PowerFlex partners, and we're going to start telling you the products that we use that we really like and why we like them. So this is a corner. It comes to a corner. We're making a gate across this pond dam. And we've already got one in over there. When I get done here, I'll walk you over and show you it. There's two different kinds of gates you can put in. There's a spring, what we call the bungee spring, which is the first one we put in over here. And this is what we call a rope gate. We're actually going to more of the rope gates. Part of that is they're just a little bit more durable. If somebody runs over this, let's say, excuse me, if that handle is laying on the ground. By the way, this handle is called Old Ironside. Okay, it is a beast. Joel, would you take and pull on that? I'll show you. See that? There is a spring in there. I mean, it's a heavy-duty spring, and so that allows you to have some give there. So when you tie on tight on that side, you come across over here. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Let's back up. So this is a single high tensile wire. It's going around this lake. Okay, we keep the cattle out of the lake, and it's pretty handy. I got to looking at this. This is a lease farm. I talked to the owners. I'm like, you know, it'd be pretty nice to have a gate on that side and have a gate on this side where you could drive across here with your side-by-side or four-wheeler or whatever. And in our instance, it's going to be handy for us to bring a bale of hay across this dam on our four-wheeler with the ATV Greg Judy bale unroller to feed hay over here. I never could feed hay over here, and that's because we had to go around up by the road and it's wet. You'll sink going in up around that way. So basically we're doing a shortcut. So what Joel and I did, we drove this. That's a 5-foot 1-inch fiberglass rod. PowerFlex sells one that's actually better than this. It's what they call the sucker rod. It's a 1.25, and I believe you can get those in 5 and 6 footers. But for a single wire like this, 5 or 6 footer will work great. I like to drive them in the ground. I call it, basically crotch high. Well, if you're a midget, that's not gonna work. So it's 30 inches from the ground to right here is 30 inches, and I just drill a hole right here. Okay, and what that hole does, I put my soft wire through that hole, and that keeps this whole menagerie here from going up and down. Okay, and then we take the loop, when we crimp that on there's a crimp. Joel actually did the hangman's knot right here on the back side, brought the loop around, put your crimp on. Joel, would you grab one of those open crimp? And grab the other one too, so we can show them the difference. And bring the tub. I'll get the. These are awesome crimps, folks. Again, we get these from PowerFlex as well. Here we go. So these are from, yeah. So this is Kiwi fence. This is called an open crimp sleeve, and I'm gonna give you the number on it. It's a CT4 aluminum open tap crimp. So here's a close-up of one right there. I'm trying to get it. There you go. So you see the hole and then the slot. So the hole goes over that like so, and then the open part of it folds over and gets this. Okay. So that's how we made that loop to hook onto with our handle. The other crimp is this one. This is a C23. These are from PowerFlex as well. There's 100 of them in a bottle, same on that other one. And this is called the C. I don't see it on there. Where? Huh. Oh, there it is, C23. Yeah, it's a C23. Now the difference between what I just showed you, this is a closed-in crimp, okay? So this is for making splices where you need strength. This is steel. This is a steel crimp. The one I just showed you here is aluminum, okay? So if you're pulling fence and you get to the end of your wire, you need to hook on and go again, don't ever use the aluminum crimp for that. Use the steel. This one, the C23, okay? And then get the crimpers. We'll show you the crimpers. Now there's several different, I'll give you back your crimp. Joel, you're running out of hands. Joel's helping me today, by the way. Say hi, Joel.
Hi.
So this is the nickel press tool. I'm pretty sure PowerFlex still carries these. This is where I got mine from. Paint them orange. They kind of come a silver color gray. Paint them orange. And that's because when you drop them out there in the grass, you don't freak out when you can't find them, because this is a pricey pair of pliers. Now you can get the cheaper grade. They're going to be probably in that $50 to $65 range. And these, I think, are about $179. But Joel, go ahead and grab them and show them. So this sleeve right there, that's the C23, and the big one out here is the CT4, the open crimp. So they're both, that pliers gets both of them. What I like about these pliers is they're really easy to maneuver. The other cheaper pair are bigger, they're bulkier, and they're just harder to use for me. Okay, Joel, we're ready. Oh, didn't cover this. This is the tape. This is the rope, the poly rope. It's a 1/4 inch rope. A lot of people use it for horses because they can see it so well. Folks, this has got 22 steel filaments in it. It is hot, very conductive. It's very visible and it's stout. The reason I like this over poly tape is the tape does this in the wind. And over time, it'll get stressed and you'll find your tape laying on the ground. I've been using this now for about 5 to 6 years, and every single one I'm using looks like I just tied it yesterday. And I just tie square knots. You know, I'll do, there's 1, 2, 3, there's 3 knots there. I haven't seen any arcing in this. And then when I'm done, we tape the end of the rope with electric tape. All that does is it keeps the end of your rope from fraying out. I haven't tried using a lighter, because see, this is braid. This is braided rope. Good stuff. We get that from PowerFlex as well. So let's go ahead and get ready to put the gate in here. So Joel's already got this side ready. He went around the post. There, I can't really see it from that angle. There it is. There it is. There's the hangman's knot. And then Joel circled the post with his, you want to leave a big tail. We'll cut the rest of that off in a minute. But leave enough tail to come out here, make a point, come back around, and use your CT3 right there. I'm sorry, CT4. I should have had a drink of water, Joel. I'm talking too much. Okay, so Joel's gonna tie on here. Go ahead and run the...
How do you want me to do this?
I tell you what I'm gonna do, Joel. I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna let you hold the camera.
All right.
And here we go. Just don't show my ugly face. Just kidding. Okay, so this rope, the reason it's so long is we actually had a customer that took up a bunch of these. He made a bunch of rope gates and ended up having to sell the farm, and had some family issues. And so we bought these from him, and that's why they're longer. I wouldn't cut it this long because now I've got 4 foot that I don't need. So what I'm gonna do, see, when I pull this tight, folks, I'm pulling on that spring in that real heavy, the old iron side handle there. So I'm gonna go like this, get it tight, and then go around one more time, like that. And then I come around the other side one more time, like that. And then I just tie a square knot, like that. And I'll do about 4, well, probably 3 of those, like that. I got plenty of rope, so I may do 4 today. There's 3, and there's 4. Okay, now we'll cut the rest of that off. I think I've got some tape. There's some tape over there. Joe, you've got a sharper knife than I do. Would you mind cutting that off about right there where my finger? Yeah, about right there. Okay, now let's get that the electrical tape out of the toolbox. Folks, I'm going to show you our fencing bags. Jan picked these up. I think she picked them up at, I saw it earlier, it's in there. Let Joel hunt through there. These are DeWalt bags. You can buy these at Menards. Folks, it carries everything. We've got 4 drills. We've got tape measures. We've got our drill bits. Everything. It's even got little side pockets on it over here. And it's just a nice bag. It zips up tight. Joel, you're not having any luck.
No, you said you saw some in here?
Where did I see it at? Well, we'll tape it later. Obviously, I didn't see it in there. But now, Joel, we've got that tied off. Would you mind opening that? First of all, before you open it, let me get over here. Now, folks, that's energized. It's energized. This is hot over here. Okay. Now, when he opens that gate, the other gate on the other side completes the circuit. It's going to be cold too when it's open. So this gate is actually carrying the power just around this short section of lake. Now, I wouldn't do this if I was going to carry power for, let's say, a half a mile, but it's fine for doing a couple 100 yards. It's hot. So let's go ahead and, that was pretty simple, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now he's got it hooked back up. See how nice and tight that is? And folks, if you do come out here, and let's just say your rope did get a little swag in it, it's simple. Just untie your knot, compress your spring, and retie the knot. So let's go ahead and open that up. Okay, now if the fence was on, I could grab this. I'm not gonna get shocked, and that's because the other side over there is cold, okay? That gate over there is the same way. When it's open, there's no power. And that gate over there is a spring gate. It is not carrying power like this one is. So, yeah, that's all there is to it, folks. Done. So, what did that gate cost us? Well, there's, I'm trying to think how many feet. I think there's like 2,000 feet in the roll of that rope. But you can check it out, do the math on it, and then do the math on those spring gates over there. Here's the thing. When a cow runs through this, let's just say they do, or a horse or whatever livestock you got, if this is a spring gate, all of a sudden you have a 40-foot gate instead of a 16-foot gate, because they pull that the slingy, and it never goes back the same. So with this, I lay that on the ground, he can run over it. You can drive over that with that four-wheeler. It's not gonna hurt it, okay? It's cold, and let's just say you're in a hurry and you threw this old iron side handle down there on the ground like that, and you drive over it. You drive over it with that four-wheeler or a truck or a tractor. Folks, it's not gonna hurt the handle. It's not. That is one tough handle. Now I'm gonna walk you over to the other side, and Joe, I'm gonna have you wrap up that wire.
All right.
Pick up that scrap.
Yep.
You can go ahead and close this gate, and I'll meet you on the other side over here. Yeah, we got it done, folks. Oh, I hadn't showed you our progress. This is the lake we've been working on. Y'all saw the before pictures. Now I'm gonna show you the after. Yeah, it's beautiful. You can walk the creek, you can walk the lake bank all the way around. You can cast a lure in anywhere you want, and you can catch a fish. You could not even walk through, you couldn't crawl through that. We treated the stumps, and it's beautiful. And Joanne and Doug feel like now they didn't even know they had this. You know, you couldn't see it from the road. Now you can stand up there and you can enjoy your lake. You can come down and fish it. Where before, the only way you could have fished this is with a boat. And you'd have had to put the boat in down here on the dam. And there's our pesky little, I'm telling you, these things just don't give up. Darn cedars. Okay, we're gonna go over here. I'm gonna show you the spring gates. And folks, these spring gates are fine. Some landowners like them because they do look attractive. I've got some of them. But the new farms that we get, I like the rope gates. They just seem to be a little bit more durable. And yeah, so here's the spring gate. So you can just hook them like that when you're not using them. Now see, this is cold. Even though he's hooked that up hot over there, see, it ends right here. Okay. And then you just bring it over, and we made our trusty little hook there. There's your sucker rod. And this particular one is a Gallagher spring. Yeah, they work. But one thing about this handle, folks, if you run over that with a four-wheeler or your pickup truck, it's ruined. It'll crack it. It'll crack it. That old Ironside over there, you run over it, you don't crack it. Yeah. There's Joel. Joel is really coming along well. I just can't commend his parents enough. What a fine young man they raised. And we are so fortunate to have him. He just picks up on things. Just a really sharp young fella. Joel, if you want to take those pliers, I think I got them right here. Let's go ahead and we don't need that on there now. There we go. Yeah, done. Now we got two gates, one on each end. And we just use a sucker rod on this side. Folks, this sucker rod, even an 1.25 inch, you can drive those in the ground, especially this time of year with just a steel post driver. And it's a lot faster than setting that wood corner right there. And it's a lot cheaper. I think you can get these sucker rods for like $6.50 to $7. That treated post right there, I just bought some for our corral. Those are around $35 to $40 each. And they're a pain to put in. You gotta have a digger or post hole diggers and spend an hour digging a hole and then putting it back in and tamping it. How long did it take us to drive that post?
20 seconds. 20
seconds, yeah. Yeah, so it's fiberglass, non-conductive, you're good to go. Folks, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, but look on the description section of this video. There's a one-time discount there on PowerFlex products. And if you're getting ready to build some fence this spring, that's a 10% savings, okay? So if you just bought a farm, man, you can save a ton of money. You're gonna go out there and calculate all your fencing and your posts and everything. That's, throw a charger in there, you're talking significant money savings. So just use that code. It's I've got it right there in the description, and go to that page and you will get your own 10% discount on PowerFlex products, which I think are some of the best in the world. And we'll just keep showing you some of the more products that we use in the future. Y'all have a good one.